Well, we all know how important it is to get a good night's rest, right? But sometimes children are forced to sleep on the floor, maybe even a couch, and they don't have that luxury, which is why several volunteers spent their morning today making sure that they had a comfy place to sleep. From screwing to sanding, these volunteers formed an assembly line to help kids in need.
So we start out with our wood, raw wood.
Craig Van Hill walked us through the process. After the wood is cut to size, it's stacked up for sanding, making sure that everything is smooth for the kids so they don't get splinters. Then it's stacked up again for volunteers to drill holes. At this point, there are two lines.
One line is drilling all of the holes that we need. Another line is making the side rails for the slats and the mattress to be set on.
From there, it's time to assemble the headboards and footboards. Then it heads to the staining stations.
So we have a tank here and a trough back there where we can stain all of these so that we don't have to stain each piece of board separately. Once we get it assembled, we can stain it all at once.
The stain is even safe for kids. It's a combination of vinegar and steel wool. Van Hill is the president of the Kellogg'sville chapter of Sleep in Heavenly Peace, an organization that provides beds to kids who normally have to sleep on the floor or just don't have one of their own.
We bring them into the houses, set them up. We provide them with mattresses, with all the bedding that they need. We're actually blessed to have some groups who are sewing some quilts for us and providing some stuffed animals and different things for these kids.
The team put the twin beds together in Wyoming, all part of the Bunks Across America initiative. 150 chapters hosted a similar event all over the country, hoping to put together 4,000 beds just on Saturday. The smiles on the kids' faces make it all worth it.
We had one instance where I went along and delivered a bed, and the mom said, "I've never been able to give my kid a new thing in my life, and this is the first new thing he's ever had." He was 13 years old. And, he was just ecstatic to have a bed.
And that joy is what brought out all the volunteers.
I'm here to just lend a hand. You see me with my drill here.
Kimberly Coleman normally brings out the whole family, but they had other obligations. Today, she worked on the head and footboards, telling Fox 17, giving back is such a blessing.
Just knowing that I can go home when I leave here knowing I may not know the family, I may not get to meet the family, but knowing that I had a part of that. That's important to me.
And it's also important to those working with the chapters, like Deb Grassman. She helps get all the bedding together to give the kids a brand new experience.
I hope they get a good night's sleep so that when they go to school the next day, they can focus and be engaged in their studies at school, because I know that if basic needs aren't met, then it's really hard to learn.
After the screwing, sanding, and staining, it was time to leave their mark. SHP, letting the kids know that Sleep in Heavenly Peace cared enough for them. Complete strangers who will soon have their very own bed.
These people care enough to come out on a Saturday and do this for a kid that they don't know, that they'll probably never meet. And just to see the love that's shared through this means more than anything.
So we were told that the goal was to build 10 beds today and then another 10 fairly soon. From there, they're going to be delivering them to homes. So if you'd like to sign up and apply for a bed, you can go to shpbeds.org. They're going to be calling you if you fill out an application, talk to you about your need. You can also head to that website if you'd like to donate money, supplies, or become a volunteer.